Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting day of League of Legends here in the Friend or Foe Heroic League. I'm Rapterra, joined by the ever wonderful, the amazing Chris Edgeworth. How you doing, Chris?
That was an exceptionally hype intro. Thank you for that. I'm doing great, dude. Great to be here with you, Rapterra, and yeah, here for my third week of casting as I'm finally unleashed from the shackles of the broadcasting, which we now have wrapped around Ryan's capable wrists. So the draft is underway. Let's look at this game between In the Trees and RLS. Sivir and Sejuani are already on the table. Several bans that already come through.
Yes, they've got an 80 carry jungler split, and the Senna quickly coming through for RLS. They're in the bottom side. I am unfortunately not there to pilot it, but I trust in Escape to be able to handle that champion.
Yeah, Brendan somewhere far away, you can hear screeching in the distance as Senna yet again makes its way into the game here. You never know if it is going to end up being with Tef or Escape, I guess. Although we have seen Escape piloted in the past. The Renata coming through on the side of the Sivir. That's a very common matchup for the bottom side. So maybe that's a little bit of an indication that Into the Trees thinks that this is a show of the support on the side of RLS, as they're going to then match what is going to possibly be jungle matchups, Sejuani and Vi. Vi really good with that point and click CC and a lot of the power in the early game trades that she has with all the buffs she's received, as she has become the dreaded Vi from Arcane. And Rapkench, a man of your talents, of course, recognizes how important the Tahm Kench is coming through. So that is going to be, it looks like, the full bottom side matchup complement of the TK and the Senna.
Yeah, good pair that we haven't really seen a lot of this season, across, or at least most of the last couple months across multiple leagues. It's kind of fallen by the wayside to Sivir. You know, her mid-scope rework came through. She's been strong. Zeri, exists. So it's kind of nice to see that old classic come back out. I think the Vi, though, I think the Vi is a good pick into this either way, because you have the ultimate, you have the guaranteed lock on to go grab your target. Even if even if Tahm Kench eats the center, you're still gonna get over there. You're still gonna get to them. And with a Renata, you can kind of lock him in place, keep him there long enough till he has to spit him out. Once that Senna goes down, right now there's really not looking like a lot of damage for the side of RLS. So we head into the back half of the draft. The set Mordekaiser ban coming out from RLS and the Aurelia Azir. I'm actually surprised to see RLS with the set ban, honestly.
Yeah, that is something that Anti has piloted to great effect. Looks like Volibear does get locked in, so it looks like that is probably going to be Anti piloting the Sejuani in the top lane, and then the Volibear in response to the Vi. So a little bit of that flexible situation there with the Sejuani that people are prone to picking nowadays. And yeah, so looking at the bans as they came through, there's 3 topside bans, the Mordekaiser as well as the Irelia, unless I know Anti has played Irelia in the past. Maybe Kaori has that in her toolkit as well. Silas comes through in the mid lane. That's going to be blind, as she's going to have the final say in this matchup.
I think that it's a good blind Silas pick. I think there's some good ultimates on the other side to pick. A blind, or not blind, I guess we know this is lineup. So it's Renekton coming top. They're looking for that early game pressure, try to get an early lead up there. To see how RLS responds. With the Silas pick, like I was saying, you got a Sejuani ult to seal, a Senna ult, you got Volibear ult to knock out to stop turrets, you've got the Tahm Kench ult if you need to quickly reposition one of your teammates. You got a lot of options to work with here. So I think it's a good pick. We'll have to see what the matchup is with it right here. RLS 2 seconds left on the clock. It's gonna be the Vex for Kaori.
Not something we've seen a lot lately, but This is very interesting. I do like the amount of range that this adds to the team composition. Of course, with the Sejuani, you do want to add some melee champions into the mix for the likes of her passive, for her stun. TK and Volibear are going to be able to get in there and help her get those procs, and then Vex is going to be able to be in the backline, being annoying, able to fire away with those Qs, and then, when the time is right, be able to follow up with those ultimates. So I really am interested to see how this plays out for them. Of course, on the side of In the Trees, they kind of just have the go buttons. They have all of the go buttons over there. The Renata ultimate is, I think, starting to finally be recognized on the world stage as something that is very, very strong. You don't even need to get hit by the Renata ultimate for it to be devastating in the way that it could absolutely choke off a choke point. And then of course the Silas, as you touched on, a lot of great things to pick up here. The Vex ultimate is another great thing to be able to pull out. Being able to get that extra follow-up to bring you back in range to get those Abscond Abducts and those King Slayers, I want to say, out from the W's to be able to get that follow-up and get those kills. So I'm really liking what we're seeing here at the tidy ends of this draft, and hopefully we'll be getting onto the Rift soon. I have to imagine we're in a little bit of a spectator delay still. So, Raptor, when you look at these drafts, what do you think each team is going to be looking to do here in the early game?
So if I'm RLS, I'm looking to literally just sit there and scale up and really put more of the gold on the top side of the map. And the reason for that is that this entire comp comes around to protecting the Senna. And so the front line needs to be as beefy as possible. Senna, she's just going to scale no matter what. Like, just going to pick up souls. She's going to get there eventually. But the rest of the team, that Volibear, that Sejuani, that really needs to get beefy and get some gold in its belt if it wants to, be that effective frontline. Because you really need it. Like, you've got Bo on the Vi, you've got Fish on the Renekton, you got a Silas, you got the Sivir to help kind of speed them along. Like, they have a lot of options for getting to the back line. And kind of just running past them. So, RLS really needs to kind of build that up. Tef, they're going to have to be really on the ball this game with their ultimates. Really watch out for Escape, because he's going to need all the protection he can get as we get underway. Basic start, nothing crazy going on right here.
Yeah, and one thing that I do find interesting is that it's not the Sejuani top and the volley for War Leader. It's a little bit of a switch up there. Anti has also piloted this Volibear. I don't think in very recent times for Friend or Foe, but it was something that we'd seen in the past. So this is, of course, another thing that you can expect from the tricky folks out there at really late signups, especially the tricks that they pull with missing our deadlines or getting close to missing them, I guess. So, yeah, we look at these two teams matching up here. The aggression coming out from Anti.
Yeah, Anti going really aggressive onto Fish Magish. He's getting pretty low, but he's just gonna walk away. Nothing too scary going on right here. Renekton knows. He knows not to go that far in, but alligators versus bears. Bears kind of getting the lead. See, what I want to bring up is we thought Anto was going to be piloting this Sejuani top. It's actually going to be the Volibear top side. Silas going in. Kaori, she's getting some good damage onto Brock Lee, though, in exchange. It's hard to deal with the Vex with mobility, and a lot of Silas's kit is mobility. It's the W to dash, it's the E to jump in. It's just gonna kind of stack up her passive, let her get that fear back up that much quicker. So, gotta be extra careful with how, Broccoli's gotta be really careful with how he's engaging on this Vex. How he's trading with it. Does have the heal, which is nice. Kingslayer, like you said, that's the correct name. As we see an engagement here, the flash Q forward from the Vi, but the fear coming out from Kaori saves her life.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing in this matchup is that, it's a good thing that Bo was there to relieve that pressure.
Hang on.
But, nope.
You got a fight going on top side. Anti and Fish Magish going at it. Fish getting low. War Leader is here. But I think he gets spotted. They're just gonna back off. Back to
again.
mid. Here we go. Vi going forward. The flash out of Cowrie again saves her life. But I think, you know, they're starting to run out of tricks. But I think she's definitely getting under INT's skin. Ooh.
You know, go ahead.
No, good. We're good. We're good. I thought they were about to make a much bigger play there.
Man, these teams are really scrapping it out. I was just gonna say the moment ago about how Bo had made that pressure gank mid, and that the otherwise the junglers had just flying casual, get that first early couple of camps down, get to 3. So you guys are more real champions as we get the. No, okay, just a little ego check.
Just flashes forward and just walks away, just saying, "I don't need this summoner spell. Who needs a flash?" As nothing comes out of it, but a little bit of confusion coming out of Anti.
Bo is hiding out there as the wave is pushing in mid. Yep.
But War Leader's coming around. The first blood actually in the top side. And they got a second one too. Going mid to Brock Lee, picking up the Vi. I don't know what's going on right there. Cowrie does get the return kill. I'm guessing it was a turret dive. We'll have to see what happened. Let's see what's going on this top side here first.
Yeah, so we get ready here for the replay to spool up, and on the top side, it was just Fish McGish. You know, after he'd already expended the flash, he does able to follow up, probably with the slice and dice there to get in range for the final W, and then it's just a little bit of a tower dive angle there. You know, does get the aggro on the end, able to get the Vex, but was just on the edge of that range there to pick up the tower and. Unlucky, but it's all about the mental edge now. You got the wave pushed in, and you were able to get the kill, and you traded the kill back. Oh well, but it's just fighting all over the place. These teams can't wait to spill blood. It seems for each other. The junglers, they like I said, they got to level 3. They got to where they're more realistic champions, and they just went all out. They just started going to every lane that they could get their hands on. And Bo has just been all over the place, an absolute maniac on the Vi. Already has the call fields in hand, is falling a little bit behind in farm for going out into the lanes, but such a difference maker. When he's on this Sejuani himself, as we see War Leader is just doing a little cheeky check in there as it backs down by where Vi is at, but yeah, Bo really just a difference maker for in the trees and doing a lot of damage here in the early game.
Yeah, and I like that Broccoli. As soon as he saw War Leader coming, he's like, "Hey, I need to just I'm gonna die. I might as well try for the kill." So it's smart right there. He goes over to Cowrie, takes the ultimate, manages to hit the E, looking forward. Ooh, misses the stolen ultimate. Is gonna have to back out of that one. Good attempted kill right there. Is now another fight up in the top side. Anti taking a lot of damage from Fish McGish. He's fishing. You might say he's fishing for a play right now, but he's gonna have to wait a little bit longer on that. Anti has backed up, and it's just settling into a normal pattern. War Leader coming around and looking for something in mid. Is spotted out, just kind of saying, "Hey, I'm here. I'm on a boar. Better back up." Being matched though on the other side by the Vi is coming down here. Bottom lane just casually continuing to farm. Both these lanes, I'm not gonna expect a lot of action. There's our 2 hyper scaling champions. They're just trying to steady the pace, farm it up, get to that late game where they just become massive threats for the enemy team.
And one thing to check in, hey folks, this is at top of the table action here for us as we see the dive in from TK.
Def going in onto the Renata. Renata trying to run away, getting solo. Gonna get just sniped out by the Vex ultimate from downtown. Cowrie picking up the kill. Getting RLS onto the board.
Yeah, just a little donation. Honestly, Vex just saying I did all the work. Thanks for the leash. And yeah, but you love to see it for the likes of RLS. And as I was saying, this is top of the table action. This is a 5-0 in the trees against a 4-1 RLS. 2 teams that have been in the league for a long time. With the return of in the trees, here is a big fight. And dive in.
Yeah. Broccoli Oaksblow goes in and manages to steal the dragon.
That's my boy right there.
Under our RLS. 4 members of RLS versus 1 pink-haired girl gets the kill.
You,
They-
you just
they
can't
pi-
do doubling junglers on the smite. It's just
Yeah,
it's just
you
built different.
just can't let the Vi walk straight in like that.
Yeah, that was I was just like, okay. I mean, Bo just he just committed to it. I was like about to respect him for making the attempt, but forget respecting the attempt. Respect the conversion. He comes in. I think that was 4 people there and just
Oh.
gets a smite.
Yeah, and Fish is going in for Anti right now. Anti burns the ult. Big Bear, Big Gator. Who's gonna win? It's the battle of the kings of the jungle. Bear runs away. Fish is on the hunt. Gator coming in, makes some bear steaks out of Anti and picks up the kill. Meanwhile, on the bottom, though, Warrior picks up Bogue, so it looks like a gank gone wrong. Can he force a flash? He who slops trying to run away, trying to just buy some time, maybe pick up some extra damage. But it's going to go down. It's going to go over to Escape. Picks himself up his first kill of the game. 2 for 1 in favor of RLS across the map.
Tempo, tempo, tempo is all I can say right now. Is here we go again. These you just keep scrapping.
Oh, Brock Lee manages to get the fear, looking for the King Slayer. Cowrie going forward, gets the flash, but doesn't get the kill. Not enough damage. And Brock Lee's gonna walk out with his life, just flashing before his eyes.
Broccoli with the all chat, not even close, baby. I mean, these teams really are continuing to scrap it out, and you see on the top side, no sooner had Fish been able to scrap it out, Crocodile on Bear Violence in the top lane. On the other side of the map, the junglers are back at it, back in the lanes, here to make the 2v2 a 3v3, and that in the end comes up on the side of RLS. So these teams, as we just crest the 10-minute mark here, lots of gold in the pockets, honestly, from a lot of kills.
Lot of gold right now across the field. 1,000 up on the top side for INT, but elsewhere on the map, they're starting to fall a little behind. The bottom lane getting spread out a bit. Mid lane, just a couple hundred gold down. Same with the jungle. A lot of the lead right now for INT is on the top side. We were saying that RLS, they need to look for the damage on their tanks. So if you're picking up kills bottom, or actually, hang on a moment, Bow Explode finds Anti, just punches the bear in the face, shows no fear. It's kind of what you're supposed to do with bears. Make yourself look big or bop them in the... Oh, wait, no, that's sharks. I'm thinking sharks. Sharks are the ones you bop in the nose. I don't know if you knew.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that is. Oh, yes, that is true. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, we got a shutdown
There
in the
we
mid
go.
lane. Brock Lee picking up a solo onto Cowrie. Let's see what happened here. Looks like just a normal farm, but the Vi actually coming over to get the damage. It was a assist by Bow Explode. Cowrie goes down, and Brock Lee now starting to get a little bit of a lead. Stun comes out on the bottom side from Escape. They're just hitting right onto he who slops. Slops drops the ultimate. The Catfish is on the hunt for his own, for their own AD carry, but not that much damage going on. Just an escape tool. Everyone backs off.
And here we go again.
Hang on, War Leader going in onto Bogue. So the ult, Brock Lee, the ult coming out. Bo around here kind of shadowing. The ult coming through from Brock Lee, though. It's going to get a lot of damage. Kingslayer trying to heal him up. Bo trying to decide if he wants to go over. Does see the Vex. Isn't sure if he really wants to try to make this. Getting very low. He's going to dash over the wall, though, and get just right. Oh, the snipe from downtown by Escape to finish off the kill.
So, just as an aside, folks, just a little behind the curtains, Isaac had asked me if I could cast play-by-play this game. I am so glad that I do not have to do that, because if this is my first play-by-play, here we go.
Oh, Fish, McGish, and Anti getting in a duel. Anti forced to burn his own ult just to stay alive.
When will it stop? When will it stop?
It never stops.
I'd love to give you a break, because I know that constantly... Yeah, here you go.
Oh,
Anyway.
he who slops taking a lot of damage in the bottom side, forced a flash and heal to get out, and is okay. But that looked like it could have been close. War Leader had it in his bear eye, or I can't tell what skin that is. Is that the bear skin?
The 1,000 pierced one?
No, on the Sejuani. Is that Bear Rider Sejuani, or is that her?
No, it's Hextech. It's Hextech. Sorry,
it's Hextech. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
pixelated on for us. Folks,
Yeah.
So
All I see are pixels.
yeah.
So
It's
if we
okay.
zoom in and
We play.
zoom in
We
and
do
enhance,
this by
zoom in and enhance.
mosaic. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
it's an artistic choice. Honestly.
You see, we're playing like CSI. You know, everything is zoom and enhance. That's how you get it. As Anti and Fish McGish dueling it out in the top lane. Fish McGish with the ult going forward. He's gonna hunt. Gets the flash. He's not gonna pick up the kill. The shield coming through and a little bit of a healing for the Volley Bear. The fight now on the bottom side. It's the call for Dragon from RLS. 3 members of INT are here. It is just a Cloud Dragon. Vi looking to go over and steal again. Maybe they're just going to try to drag it out. They're worried about what happened last time. It is getting low. Everyone from INT is here now. RLS just kind of giving up the ghost, looking like they may want to try to dive this bottom lane. This is when the ult comes out. It's He Who Slops. He Who Slops gets low, gets the ult down, manages to put the W in time just so he can get the ult as the rest of INT is here. They're looking for one. Escape goes down in the fight. In the back end, Tef trying to run away. Can they get out? They cannot. Double kill going over to Vex. Cowrie picks up a second. Misses the second ult though. Brock Lee going forward.
Oh.
Nope. Gonna pick up the Vex. Double kill going over to Kenny Hammer Spike. And they're just gonna walk out of that one with War Leader having nothing but his life left. And a very wild, very close fight for both these teams.
Yeah, as we see this fight spool up here, the Renata ultimate goes across and it just disrupts the start of this fight. And then afterwards, it's just like, hey, Sivir, by the way, guys. Sivir, by the way, and she's just getting these ricochets going through. The Silas is wreaking havoc here, getting the heals off, able to get the Petrocite burst AoE damage out there as they all just clump up, and it's just a little bit of an awkward fight as we see more blood spilled. The dragon not even mentioned, not even thought about in the end. As we still wait to see what the dragon rift is supposed to be, the elemental rift. But on the other side of the map, honestly, I gotta tip my hat to Fish McGish here. And Anti, this is like the most Chad top lane matchup we've seen in a while. I feel like we see this a lot more often than in pro play here in Friend or Foe, where like top laners are like actually fighting legit. And as we see here, yeah, Anti is gonna live again. Always hitting him with that under there. But it's just like you're reminding me of Izumi Curtis's husband from Full Metal Alchemist, like doing the handshake with Major Armstrong. It's just like top laners, just like, yes, playing bruisers and actually fighting, and just like ignoring TPing to our teams. Like so good. Let's go. I want to see more of this.
Yeah,
We finally see the dragon is getting done on the bottom side of the map as well. So
yeah,
we
are seeing that it is going to go down. No one here to really contest. This time, RLS finally secures himself. 3rd time's the charm on the dragon.
Ace Drake, let's go.
Yeah,
Arcane Drake is in the house. We got the portals, the INT portals.
INT portals indeed. Now RLS though, coming from the Herald, they do not want to give that over too. They're mad they lost the dragon. They're not going to try to lose anything else. And a nice leash from INT over for this dragon. Easy pickup for RLS. Both neutrals, coast to coast, across the map, but they lose first turret on the bottom side, and also on the. Actually, might have come from the top. They lost both turrets in that one. Couldn't quite see which was the first.
Yeah, it feels. They pop this Herald in the mid. They are gonna get this standing gold off the map, which is good. Not quite. Although that it's not super hard for them to be able to get that down if they coordinate a siege. But for in the trees and RLS there, it's kind of funny how RLS sort of feigned like, oh yeah, we'll trade this for you, and they just get the dragon and they're like, hey, what are you doing over there? We didn't say you could do that, and then just roll right up.
I'm actually like annoyed by the Herald usage. Like, why take Herald and immediately drop it? You have like 5 minutes to use it. You can wait until you have another point, or you want to maybe make a dive play, or like hold it for the next neutral objective. It will last through the next dragon. I don't know. I just feel like dropping it immediately mid, not even getting the turret, feels a little like just, we didn't expect we were going to get this. We don't know what to do from the side of RLS. And it hurts, they're my boys. Speaking of my boys, they're fighting a gank on the top side. Fish McGish may have bit off a little bit more than he can chew. He can fight the bear god, but you can't fight an armored battle boar. That's a little too much for him.
we are finally in the honest mid game. The ADCs and supports are wave
Oh,
clearing mid.
Fish has found War Leader again. Gonna go over the wall.
Hey,
They're fine.
this is dishonorable opponent on War Leader. This was just two boys scrapping. Okay, go away. You're not welcome here.
Yeah, he's gone back down there, down to mid lane. Just Anti and Fish. The eternal struggle, the eternal dance.
Anti is without his turret now, though. He was able to finally get those last couple of plates.
Yeah. Speaking of last couple plates, last couple of tap there to get that gold with a gank in the mid lane, hoping they could push off it, but they don't get anything. Renato ult comes out. Sejuani ult comes out. I think that was the only one. It was indeed the only other ult that went out in the fight. So ult for ult, not a bad trade. They'll both be about the same time. They have about the same clock.
Yeah, the problem for RLS is that without the likes of Anti, really, who is also going in the tank direction, they're sort of in a damage trough right now. Like, Vex do be doing a lot of damage, but Senna is sort of in an awkward spot, not having a bajillion souls yet for the extra range, and the bonus damage, and the Umbral Glaive is an excellent item on her. Got the serrated Dirk also coming through, but right now they're just sort of in a little bit of a damage trough comparatively if they want to square up against them in the 4v4. So they have to be careful about that. So, going back to what we were talking about a moment ago with the Herald, I would have liked to see them use that in a more gold positive way, so that they could accelerate through 2 items on some of their carries and finally get a little bit more stability for themselves. Because looking at the other side, it's just like the Sivir win condition will eventually be fully online, and then you're going to have a lot more problems, because if she's able to cut through your team faster than you're able to cut through their team, especially when they're going to be coming straight at you, it could start to fold against the likes of RLS.
Absolutely. And, RLS is, they're still trying to scale up. I think going this more heavy support style Senna was not the call here. Umbral, good. Like you said, great item. But, I'm not sure if that's the case. So hang on a moment. We got a fight breaking out. Bow Explode goes over the wall. Now he who slops manages to get the ult out, but the Vex comes flying in. Picks up a little shot there from downtown. War Leader gonna pick up the kill as the fight breaks out. The Sentinel comes through. Everyone on the run, but Fish Magish is here. He is doing so much work in the backline there. Kenny Hammerspike manages to pick up a kill. Once again, no one focusing this Sivir. Sivir going wild. Looking for one. Fish Magish picks up one. Now the Silas picking up one. Everyone on the side of RLS trying to run away. The Tom Kench is on the run. Silas is here. Looks for it. Oh, misses the flash. Doesn't matter though. Picks up a double kill onto Tef. They couldn't get away. Now it's just Anti versus the world. Anti versus everything of INT. Walks out of there, and a 1-for-4 trade in favor of INT. What looked like a really messed up fight at the start works out really well for them.
And yeah, I mean, this just starts really. They popped all of their ultimates, all of their cooldowns very early for the likes of RLS rather, and then in the trees they have the staying power, and again Kenny Hammerspike just chilling. This time on the top side, he gets the kill on escape, and then he just starts walking his way down this fight. Again, as I said, the cooldowns are gone. He's chilling, no worries, still has the cleanse in hand. And that's going to be a big win and another dragon for the likes of In the Trees. As we had talked about last week when I was casting with you, you got to figure out where your item timings are and when are the appropriate times to be in the fight. And this was not a time for you to commit to a big team fight. You just have to wait it out. You have to be smart about when you commit, because now you've given over the first Hex Drake, and you've committed a lot of gold over to the likes of In the Trees, and now I believe that is fully swinging the gold into what looks like about a 5k gold lead. So they are going to be able to clean up even more of these objectives off the map. I think that counts out to 4 towers taken off the map. That's a lot of gold and a lot of plates that are sitting in the hands of In the Trees, and now it's looking even tougher for RLS to be able to reclaim a little bit of parity in this game.
Yeah, and I think a big portion of that was just, you know, INT looked like they had maybe overcommitted in that fight, but Fish McGish, look how much gold he is up, right? He's 3,000 gold up on anti.
Boy,
He
is large.
He is a big Chungus gator, and you know, just that teleport in after. Yeah, after he slops went down, I was like, oh, you know, RLS really has this fight. This is going well for them, but Fish just so big coming in, teleports right in the middle of so many people, and then RLS leaves escape all by himself to duel a Sivir. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if they know this, but Sivir has much faster attack speed than Senna, much faster DPS than Senna. Not the best carry to leave with Sivir on her own, but you know, if you're RLS though, and you're in this situation, things are looking this dire. What are you looking for? Where are you looking to, like, you know, make a play on the map? What is, you know, the path back into this game for RLS?
I would say the biggest thing is that if you're able to trade some of the things that you're not going to be able to defend, be it if they commit on a topside push as they try and get, or INT rather is trying to get vision their top side and get maybe towards that that top inner rather. Try and trade that for some of the standing gold on the bot side or vice versa, depending on where they move. Excuse me. You know, so that way at least you're getting some gold positive plays on your end, because right now I feel like you're if you're the side of RLS, a lot of it is going to be getting your vision, trying to make sure you play smart about where in the trees are showing themselves, and looking for an opportunity, the right opportunity, where in the trees might show themselves in a way that RLS can capitalize and get themselves back on top.
This might not be the way. Fish McGish dueling anti. Tef and War Leader are here, but they have been spotted, and that's the call from INT. Go straight for the Baron. They're just going to leave this pink ward in here. They're not even worried about it. Sorry, red ward. The names have changed since in all these years.
It's still a pink.
Yeah, it's still a pink at the end of the day. But here comes War Leader and Tef. They're looking for it. Bow explode coming in. Here comes Fish McGish, though, on the side. Baron goes down to the side of INT. The fight has broken out. Kenny Hammerspike manages to pick up a kill onto Cowrie. And now everyone from RLS scrambling to get out. War Leader falls down next. The fight continues forward. Vi looking for one. Picks up the Senna, and they also managed to pick up Tef as well. Now they're running the bear on the run, but the Gator is here. The Gator is hungry and getting low, and may die here. Fish may have bitten off too much more, but he's fine. He's gonna back out. Anti's gonna limp home with one broken bear leg, and INT take complete control of this game. If they already didn't have it, they definitely have it now.
And as we see, Fish comes in on the bot side. He's gigantic in this game. Unopposed backside access with the slice and dice. He gets in there with the stun, and that's just going to be opening it up. They're already in disarray. The Renata ultimate comes through, and after that, it's just the cleanup crew. It's just, unfortunately, like I said, you know, they were looking for the opportunity for RLS rather was looking for the opportunity for INT to open the door back up, but as soon as they showed on that ward down in the bot side jungle of their own blue jungle there, it was over. You know, INT saw that. They immediately committed. As you said, they were not even afraid to just leave that pink ward there. They were said, hey, we know where you're at. We know that you can't really get here before we do this, or get it to a point where it'll be too late for you to even intervene in a meaningful fashion. And after that, the RLS had approached it in such a way, they were in such disarray that, you know, they had just opened themselves up for the follow-through of Fish McGish, and you know, tip of the hat there to the big Florida-sized crocodile. 3-0-6 now, as they're going to be able to get that dreaded Blade of the Ruined King and now Sunfire completed. So,
yeah, when I seeing INT play, they remind me of a quote I've seen around here ever since I moved out to Tulsa. I've seen these signs all over the road. They say "up with trees."
Oh, there's the cleaver.
Yeah, and that's how I think INT plays. Up with, like, that's their trajectory right now. It's up with the trees. And
Yep.
this team is they're doing so well. They're performing so fantastically. And INT, season in and season out has proven to be such a contender. They always are in the fight at some point or another to be one of these top teams. And now the issue they've had for the last 3 years, Yubi, is gone. They're not here. They're in the Mythic League. You'll see them starting on Monday, which reminds me, tune in Monday to watch the Mythic League begin its broadcast. But, without them gone, it's INT back to reclaim the throne that they've had, that they got back in season 1 of FOF, way back in the day, that they had claimed back then. They're coming to try to reclaim their title. This is this start of this season, already looking 5-0, trying to get to 6-0, trying to really start that campaign to reclaim the title of best team in the FOF Heroic League.
Yeah,
it's wonderful to see.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Blink and you'd miss it. They were took the dreaded one split off, and then they come back with a vengeance. Of course, it feels like these guys didn't miss a day. I have to wonder if they were sneaking in some solo queue here and there. Of course they were, because you come back, they're just polished. Of course, we'd already seen the likes of the dreaded Bo Sejuani, and now he's showing us something new. He's been big. Supporting his team throughout this, as we're seeing.
Anti gets dropped. Kenny picks up the kill. They get the ultimate out of the Renekton. They use the Renekton, out of the Volibear, so sorry. He used the Volibear to kind of drop that turret aggro, and now the siege is on the top side. 4v4. Renekton split pushing bottom. We haven't been talking about this, but Tef manages to eat up.
Fish McGish is just chilling on bot side, by the way, as the 4-man scrap up here.
Yeah, and they're getting pretty low on the side of RLS. Tef, though, looking to just go in towards the minion waves. Why are you going in? Your buddy team isn't there. Gets beaten up, gets taken down. Fast forward from Fish McGish. He gets 2 kills, picks up the Vex as well, and now it's just War Leader and Escape. They must hold this line. They grab one. Escape manages to take the first kill for the fight. War Leader gonna have to back off from Fish. Anti is back up. It is 3v4. INT, are they sticking around for this one? Anti getting very low. Fish goes into the back line, gets to Escape, and manages to pick him up right there. That's the pick they were looking for. It's just Anti and War Leader now. They've got to buy time. Anti getting very low again, gets the shield up. Fish McGish trying to buy time too. The turret doing damage. They're going to take it out really quick. 4 low members on the side of INT, but they're going to close this game out. Up with the trees, boys. INT improves to 6-0.
Absolutely cracked game from In the Trees. You never doubted them for a moment. It felt like, once the game started to kick off there, as we were talking about, once the junglers hit level 3 and they were both doing their best, both War Leader and Bo, going around, and then it was just In the Trees that were able to get that early kickstart. Fish going off in the top side, there was a little bit of a trade early on with pressure on the bot side, but after a certain point, it was just all smiles on the side of In the Trees, as that Silver win condition in the hands of Kenny Hammerspike was never shut down. It seemed like In the Trees RLS rather did not respect that for In the Trees. Kenny Hammerspike was a gigantic source of damage that was going unopposed in those team fights. So in the end, it was just 1-2 team fights, and after that, there was just no way for RLS, it seemed, to be able to climb back into that game. They themselves are going to fall to, I believe, 4-2 now. Still a great record to boast through our week here, week 3 rather. But unfortunately, they're not going to be able to maintain or get to parity rather within the trees in this game.
Yes, but that's all right. If there's any team to drop to 4-2 against, it's In the Trees. Well, that does it from us, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with an interview right after this.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Heroic Week 3, Day 2. I'm joined here after our first game, which was an absolute banger between Team in the Trees versus Team Really Late Slide-Up. I am joined with the incorrect graphic, I don't know why it says Broccoli. I'm here with the top laner, INT McGish, who had an absolute clinic put on by his Renekton play today. How do you feel after your victory there, Fish?
Oh man, it just feels fantastic. I was so nervous. We're always INT. I'll tell you the secret. We're always so nervous before every game. We want to win so bad, we really don't want to look bad. Mad respect to all the players on RLS, by the way. You guys did great.
Yeah, I mean, especially in that early game, it was super close until Edgeworth's words that he said until it wasn't. You guys gave me a lot of work to do on the camera, jumping all over the map, and then the kills breaking out. But go ahead, let me tell you, or sorry, don't let me tell you. Have you tell me about what you guys' plan coming this game was for draft and how it played out for you guys.
So for this draft, we actually didn't have too good of a plan. To be honest with you, we were going to talk about draft last night, and Bo never ended up popping on. Anyway, really what we looked at is just the RLS's champion pool and what exactly they were going to try to do it to us, and try to figure out a good strategy to counter that. And then obviously we're blue side, so leave Sivir open, first pick that. Pretty simple stuff, I think. As far as the Sejuani counter, we were just thinking Vi, Sunder, a lot of armor pen. Worked out pretty good, I think.
That is true. We have seen a lot of the Vi popping up this season, but not too much in the Sejuani. So I think that was a really good pickup by you guys. And when we look at you, specifically in the top lane, you gave Anti a hard run for the money. Everyone was talking about it, coming into this match for the last couple weeks, that this was the top lane match that we were going to see for Heroic. This is as good as it gets. How did you feel coming into that, and did you think it played out to be what it was supposed to be?
Oh, okay, that's a great question, I think. Honestly, I'm always super nervous, man. First time I'm against these top laners, because I really do respect them. I have no idea of how good they are, what their weaknesses are, what their strengths are. Honestly, to be honest with you, I just wanted to play Renekton. I just like playing Renekton. Works pretty good with the team comp. Point and click stun works pretty good. Able to jump on the Senna back there. But as far as the Volibear matchup goes, well, first of all, everybody else thought it was going to be Sejuani top. I thought it was going to be Volibear top. I was like, there's no way they're playing Sedge top. It's going to be Volibear. But honestly, he played the early game pretty good. I think he disrespected the Renekton a little bit. He let me get the first blood, and then after that point, it was pretty simple.
Yeah, it definitely just kind of seemed to snowball out of control. Kind of a little bit back in the forest, especially like the flash plays were pretty good. And then also, I think one of my favorite plays coming out from you was that TP from the Baron behind. Was that something that you guys had particularly set that ward there for, or was it just kind of like, hey, I see this, let's go for it?
No, that was actually pretty well set up. Bo ended up calling for me to TP to the ward after it had been set up, and we got the pretty good flank on RLS. Ended up picking off Cowrie, I think, on the Vex, and after that point, it was just a slaughter.
Okay, yeah.
As far as
good, sorry.
Oh, sorry. As far as flash plays go, though, I don't know if you guys saw, but that first blood, I ended up flashing on Volibear. He had bone plating. I forgot he had bone plating. I just wasted it, so looked like a goof there for sure.
Calculated is what we'll call it for now.
Well, I knocked him. Hey, I got it, so.
knocked it out for sure. And kind of looking at, this is day 6. You've got one more opponent to face. I'm blanking. The schedule's too far away for me to get to. But,
Wash.
Wash, yeah. So PJ Salt looked pretty good in his game yesterday. It's your last top player to go against. Are you expecting a similar performance, or?
I'm not afraid of him, honestly. I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue. I don't think Wash is going to be a problem for INT, to be honest with you.
Ooh, okay, I like that. I like to hear that. But yeah, do you have any more closing thoughts, especially with your ever so clean run of the first round of the round robin?
Honestly, I'm just really thankful to be here. Thank you, everybody, for having me here. Everybody's really wholesome, really nice here at FOF. Shout out to my boy Evolved Noob. Unfortunately, he can't be here today, so I took his place. I really don't want to lose a game for him. And then Kenny Hammerspike, man, that guy is smurfing every game. Brock Lee smurfing every game. It's just fantastic.
I would agree. Your guys' lineup has been fantastic. We are hoping that Evolved Noob can come back and show us what the original INT will be like if that does come to fruition. If not, it's always great to have you here, Fish. One more question for you. We're going into Game 2 next. It's going to be versus Team Wash and Team PTP. Both kind of struggling to find their foot, fighting their records at 2 and 3, both evenly matched. How do you think that match is going to play out? Who's going to win?
Honestly, I think it's going to be a coin flip because I think both teams really, it just hit or miss. I think they both have really high peaks. But, the higher your peaks, the lower your drops, and they're both inconsistent. Probably give it the Wash overall. I think they're a little stronger as far as micro goes.
Right on. Well, thank you so much for your time, Fish. I'm really glad I was able to interview you after that match. It's been great to watch you perform. We're looking forward to see what you bring into Week 7. All right, guys, so we're going to touch that browser. We're going to be right back with our second game, Wash versus PTP. A super fantastic matchup. You can go ahead and check out the Connect or maybe catch a few minutes of the Lounge. Lots of great content to look out for. We'll be right back in 10 minutes when we catch Game 2.